So hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm laughing because the whole time I've been recording, but I didn't press the recording button, and Cindy's seated behind there and just laughing at me doing all this. Anyway, so I'm here in the car. We are heading to Germany for Easter to Cornelius' parents, and they just stopped to go to the toilet. I'm seated in front. Normally I sit at the back, Leo sit next to Papa, and I just came here because it's good lighting to record. So since last week I didn't bless you guys with a video, I decided to do a short quick video for you guys, and I just want to do a video about things that no one told me about moving to Europe, or things that at least someone could have told me before I moved to Europe. At least for someone who is trying to move to Europe, can have a picture or can at least research and know things that you're supposed to know before you move here. Like most of us people, we want to move to Europe, like it's our passion. We feel like there's green pastures in Europe, there's all those good things happening in Europe, and when we get the chance, we just jump into it without researching and knowing what's going to happen when we move there. So the first thing that at least someone could have, I hope someone could have told me, or I could have known or researched before I moved to Europe, is about the weather. In Kenya we have only 2 seasons, that's rainy season and sunny season. In Europe they have 4 seasons. I'm okay with 3 seasons. I'm okay with spring, I'm okay with autumn, I'm okay with summer, but when it comes to winter, I don't like it at all. I hate it. It's beautiful, it looks good, but the cold I can't tolerate. It's really, it drains me. I go into a depression mode, and honestly, if I knew before that, then I could have maybe thought, or I could have planned with my partner how we are going to be planning about that. So number 2, I wish somebody could have told me that if I come to Germany, I'll take my whole energy, my whole entire brains to study Germany for at least for part of my life. For the part of my life since I moved to Germany, I've been studying the language. And you all guys, I'm not that dumb, but this Germany is not a joke. Studying Dutch can drain you, can make you hate everybody around you, can make you just become annoyed with yourself, because it seems like a non-ending thing. You go to this step, you feel like, oh, I can speak a little bit Germany, I can communicate with people, but then you go, they tell you, if you want to study, you have to reach this level. There's certain levels that you study, and for example, for me, I'm now doing B2, and as a mother, I can't just do intensive course because I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I do all chores in my house by myself. So when I get chance, I can study and I can go to school. But if I don't have chance, then I have to stay in the house and do things that I can do. So if somebody told me that I'm coming to take all my entire time to study language before I enter to anything, like I can manage to get into the system, my God, I could have just stayed in Kenya and enjoy my Swahili and my English, and that's it. Number 3, I wish somebody told me that I've been studying my entire life to come and start again. Like I studied business management in Kenya. I have a diploma in business management, but when I come here, they told me it's not enough. All my papers have to be translated, and then they see on what level I am to be able to get into the system here. And it's not only for me. If you have a nursing diploma in Kenya, if you have an engineer diploma in Kenya, if you have any diploma in Kenya, when you come to Switzerland, and not only Switzerland, in Europe, you papers have to be translated, and then either you go one level, of which is the case most of the times. You will go a little bit down, or depending to your studies, you will go a little bit higher. And sometimes they even refuse the papers from other countries. They accept mostly papers in Europe, if you from Europe, but from other countries, even in US or other developed countries, they don't accept the papers. So that's also another thing. If somebody told me I couldn't have come here, I have to start from beginning again. I have to learn German first, then get my B2 certificate, and then I can start school again. I have to do a course so I can bridge between my diploma and the diplomas here. So another thing that no one told me before I moved to this country is that, stop doing that, I'll beat you, is that the culture is completely different from my culture where I come from, where I can knock from the neighbor and say, today I don't feel like being alone, can I come to you? Here you have to make appointments, you have to ask people in advance, you have to make calendar, write dates and all that. If you go to someone, you have to be pünktlich, that's on time. If you don't go on time, people won't invite you to their houses again. So not only that, the food is the whole other thing. You have to, when I came here and I got pregnant, I think immediately, like 2 months after, I was looking for all the leaves that looks like skooma, because I was craving for skooma, and the food here I couldn't take it. So the food, you have to get used to the food, of which now we are used to the food, even my kids somehow. And you have to get used to the system that if you're invited to someone's house, you have to be on time. If you want to go to your neighbor, it's always appointments on time. Here, when you go to the hospital and you're late, then they cancel your appointment and you'll pay for it. So this Kenyan time, like African time, doesn't exist here. It doesn't happen here. You have to push yourself. If you have appointments, you have to make them happen. So another thing no one told me before I moved to this country is that sometimes it's so hard. It's almost the same with the one I said before, but it's so hard to penetrate into, to find friends here in Europe. They keep their Swiss people, they keep their friends. If you come in, it's either you meet at work and it's work, or you meet, when you meet to these social places, it's social places. You don't extend friendship to the house or wherever. Like, you know, in Kenya, when you become friends, you meet someone, you go out 1 time, 2 times, and then you just become friends. Of which, to some extent, I'll say it's good to keep your friends from childhood and maintain them. But also, like for us new people who move to the new country, we also want to make friends. We also want to integrate with people, but that's very hard because, like, somebody made a funny joke, if you want to be friends with a Swiss person, kill their childhood friends first so you can become friends with them. Otherwise, that's not going to happen. You're going to struggle to get friends. It takes time before you get friends, and most of the times you don't get even friends from here. You get friends from other countries, and maybe you meet their husbands who are from Swiss, or their family or their wives, and then maybe you can know things about Swiss through them. Otherwise, it's not possible. So those are some of the things I wish someone told me before I moved to this country, because maybe I could have made at least some changes or better choices before I moved here. And also another thing that no one told me is that family is family, but they won't let their schedule, they won't cancel their schedule for you. For example, I'll give you a story time on another video about when I gave birth to my son. In Kenya, normally when you give birth to a baby or that, the whole community, the baby belongs to the whole community. Here in Switzerland, you will carry your own burden by yourself. You will take care of your baby, since from the hospital to home, there's no that culture that, oh, the whole village will bring porridge, your parents will stay at your house for 1 week, people will help you to take care of your kid. That doesn't happen. You will do that by yourself. You will struggle, and that is really hard here because even my husband was not there. He was working. In Switzerland especially, there's no maternity leave. You get, I think, 1 week or even some days, and after that you have to go back to work. And I was alone, all alone, to take care of my son, to take care of my daughter. And yeah, that's it. That's life here. So there's more things that I could say, but because I'm in a hurry, maybe if you guys are concerned to know more things about that, I'll make another video. And if you've not subscribed to my channel, please do. I really need your support. I really need your love here. And I see you in the next video. And thanks for those who are subscribing. Thanks for those who have been there for me since the beginning. I love you all. I appreciate your love, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Bye. I press here.
Yeah.
Baby, here. Nine, what is in the here?
To what?
To stop.
Is it still recording?
Here.
The red one on the back.